You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network, the home of the Options Podcast. For more quality options programs, visit theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app available in the iTunes and Google Play stores. Select programs are also available via live stream at mixlr.com/options-insider. That's mixlr.com/options-insider. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, stocktwits.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions at theoptionsinsider.com. The Options Insider Radio Network is sponsored by Fidelity Investments. Fidelity's Option Trade Builder tool can help you confidently build an options trade in 3 simple steps. Just choose a strategy, select a contract, and then review the benefits and risks of the trade. Learn more about Option Trade Builder at fidelity.com/options. Options trading entails significant risk and is not appropriate for all investors. Certain complex option strategies carry additional risk. Before trading options, contact Fidelity Investments by calling 800-544-5115 to receive a copy of the characteristics and risks of standardized options. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Good morning. Today is September 6th, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is from investing.com. World stocks fall for a 5th straight day on trade fears. World shares fell for a 5th straight day on Thursday as investors brace for another escalation in a trade war between the United States and China, while emerging market currencies pause near 15-month lows. The MSCI All Country World Index, which tracks shares in 47 countries, was down 1%. Stocks in Europe opened lower, with the Pan-European Stoxx 600 index losing 0.1%. Wall Street was set to open lower, but it looks like that's from earlier. The main worry for investors was the end of a public consultation period on Thursday for U.S. President Donald Trump's plan to impose tariffs on an additional $200 billion in Chinese goods. Trump said on Wednesday trade talks with China could continue, but the United States was not ready to come to an agreement. In summary, I think equity investors are too cautious, which is surprising because the U.S. market is hitting all-time highs. Eddie Perkin, Chief Equity Investment Officer at Eaton Vance. People are too worried about trade wars, so I'm inclined to add a bit of risk in export-oriented industrial companies and emerging market equities. Our second story today is from CNBC.com. Private payrolls add 163,000 in August versus 190,000 estimated. That's according to ADP and Moody's Analytics. Private payroll growth in August slowed to its weakest level since October, as the U.S. economy continued to move toward full employment. ADP and Moody's Analytics reported on Tuesday. Companies added 163,000 jobs for the month, a considerable slowdown from the 217,000 added in July, and well below what had been an average of 206,000 a month. Economists surveyed by Reuters had been expecting 190,000 new hires. August saw a sharp decline in small business hiring that held down the headline number. Still, officials involved with compiling the report said that the jobs market remains strong. And our next story today here is from MarketWatch.com. Bitcoin prices tumble in back-to-back sessions, down 15% in 24 hours. Digital currency prices traded decidedly lower for a second day in a row, as fallout from the report that Goldman Sachs has pulled the brakes on plans to launch a crypto trading desk. The price of a single Bitcoin, the world's largest digital currency, has fallen by more than $1,100 in the 24 hours in the past 24 hours, representing a 15% decline peak to trough. In early Thursday trading in New York, Bitcoin was worth $6,398.45, down 7.9% since Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern on the Kraken crypto exchange. Despite the carnage, one analyst remains bullish, saying there's much more to the digital currency than Goldman Sachs. So the question is, if Goldman Sachs stops exploring the option of a crypto desk, can this entire thing collapse? Wrote Naeem Aslam, chief market analyst at Think Markets UK. The reality is, Bitcoin futures are already trading on major exchanges, but the volume has been thin from day one. I'm not saying it hasn't improved, it certainly has, but if you compare the volume with other major commodities, it's only then you can see the difference. Hence, for me, it's more important to keep an eye on this part of the equation. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, Thursday, September 6th, 2018, your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Trade smart, and have a great day.
The preceding program was a production of the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions@theoptionsinsider.com.